In this video, I want to show you how to set up an iPhone 16 completely brand new out of the box. And even if you have an iPhone 16 Pro, the process is exactly the same. And then I will also show you if you have a different iPhone, like an older iPhone, this is an iPhone 14, I'm going to show you how to transfer the data from your old iPhone to the new one too. Okay, let's open up the iPhone 16 Pro. Okay, inside of the box, you have your new iPhone right here. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. And under the iPhone, you will get a charging cable, and this is a USB-C charging cable. So let me open this up. This is a USB-C connection, so this is much faster. If you have the old lightning cables, these are going to charge your phone much faster. The only thing is there is pretty much nothing else in this box though. There is no sticker, there is no charging port for the wall. There's just a little manual over here. So if you don't have a version of this that connects to a wall, you do have to get one of those, either from Apple, or I have one here. This is the one I've used for a couple of years. This one has two different USB-C ports and the old USB port too. And this one is pretty fast. That's why it's a little bit bulky. This is 65 watt hours, meaning if you connect this to the wall, it will charge much faster. So I'll link this in the description below this video. You could get it from Amazon if you don't have one of these. Okay, let me go ahead and open this up right here. And to turn on your iPhone, same as always, the power button is on the right side. You just go ahead and press and hold there. Give it a second. You should see the Apple logo in a minute. And you should see this welcome screen right now that says hello. Okay, now from this page, we're just gonna go ahead and slide up. We're gonna go ahead and choose our language right on top, choose your country next. Then you could choose the appearance on the iPhone. This is gonna change the size, so medium is probably a good one. Press continue. And then it's gonna bring you to this page right here. Now here you have two options. One is you could actually bring in a different phone. It says bring your current iPhone or iPad near this iPhone to go ahead and do the transfer. Or you could set this up without another device. I'm gonna first set it up without another device. But if you do have a different device you want to transfer to, you could jump a little bit ahead. I'll put some timestamps in the description. But right now, for the people that don't want to take stuff from their old iPhone, that's one way. Or you just don't have a different iPhone, this is your first one, or you're coming from Android, you could just set this up without another device. It's going to ask to connect to your Wi-Fi, so you do need Wi-Fi because it will need to access the internet, so connect to that. Then you're going to see this page that says it may take a few minutes to activate your iPhone. Again, this is setting up as a brand new iPhone. Then it's going to ask you for a quick software update. Usually I press update now. The privacy settings, I'm going to press continue there. Then you could choose to set up your iPhone for yourself, or if you have a child in a family plan, you could set it up for them. In this case, it's for me. The Face ID, you could go ahead and set it up right now. I'll do it real quick off camera, pretty straightforward there. Then you have to set up a 6-digit passcode, so put that in now. And then again, it's gonna ask you if you wanna bring in any data from a different device. So if you have an Android, you could also bring it from a backup from your Mac or PC, from another iPhone. In this case, I don't wanna transfer anything because that's coming up in a second. Right now, I just wanna sign up as a brand new iPhone here, because I don't want to transfer, but I'll show you that in a second. Okay, then you need to log into your Apple account. This is going to be your iCloud. This is going to let you access the App Store. So you do need to either create one if this is your brand new iPhone for the first time, or log in with your email and phone number to your Apple account or your iCloud account, which is the same thing. Terms and condition page, I agree to that. Now it's going to say make this my new iPhone. I'm not transferring anything, so I'm going to go ahead and press continue. You can customize what's getting carried over to from your Apple ID. Now it's going to ask me to transfer my phone number from my other phone, or you could set this up later, but if you have a different phone where you're transferring your phone number to, you don't have to physically remove a SIM card anymore. This is now called an eSIM. It happens just through the setting. So choose that if you want to transfer your number. If you're going to set this up later, you could choose this option too. If you have Apple Pay, it will ask you to add a card. I'm not going to do that now. Now, right here, they've switched something with the new iPhone 16. So you have something called the silent mode where you have to press and hold right on top over here. I'm going to press continue right over here. And I could go ahead and customize this to be the action button too. So if you press and hold, for example, you could see it's setting it to silent mode. If I press and hold again, it comes back to ring mode. So you could actually customize this action button, but I'll do this later in settings. Right now, I just want to put it into silent mode. I'm going to press and hold for that. Camera control, there's a new option over here too. This is for the iPhone 16. iPhone 16 Pro has this too, where if you click this, it actually turns on the camera app on your phone with one click. And this has lots of new controls too, but I'll make a different video about this right here. I'm gonna press continue for now. Siri is getting smarter because of Apple Intelligence. So you could go ahead and turn it on right now, but I'm gonna set it up later in settings. Emergency SOS is just telling you what that is. Then you are set up with your new iPhone. If you unlock it, it's gonna ask you some of the things. If you skipped any of those, like the eSIM setup, I'm gonna say not now. It's gonna ask if it could use your location. I'm gonna say while using the app. Now the iPhone is ready to use. If you go back to the settings app right over here, it's gonna show you some of the things that I skip in the setup. So make sure everything that shows up like this is set up so your iPhone is ready to go. Okay, now what if you wanna bring stuff from your old iPhone to this new iPhone? So for that, I'm gonna take us back to the beginning of this video, right after the unboxing of this iPhone. So to do that, if you for some reason set this up as a new phone but change your mind and you wanna transfer things over, all you have to do is go to the settings app of the phone and then go to general right over here. And then you're gonna go all the way down to transfer and reset iPhone. By the way, this is on the new iPhone. I'm not touching my old iPhone, so that needs to stay. All the info needs to be there. This is just a new one I just set up because I wanna show you how to transfer from a different phone, but you need to do that from the beginning, not after you set up your new iPhone. So I'm gonna go ahead and erase all content and I'm gonna say not now. I'm not gonna back this up. This is just gonna go back to basically the version I got out of a box. So erase all content. Here it's gonna say erase the phone. I'm gonna say continue and erase the phone. Now I also skipped the iCloud backup. I don't need to restore this new phone. It's just gotta go back to how it came out of the box. I need to type in my Apple password here and press turn off right on top. Now this is gonna set it to basically the version we got out of the box because that's where you need to be in order to use the data from your old phone and transfer to the new phone. Okay, for those of you that want to transfer data from an old iPhone into the new iPhone, here's how you do it. This is straight out of the box, or if you just reset it as a brand new iPhone, which is what I just did, which is the same thing as if you just got it out of a box. So you just need to unlock your phone, choose your language, choose your country, choose the settings, the appearance here, press continue, and then we should be on this page right here. So this is the page where the transfer actually takes place. So this is the new iPhone. I'm gonna set it aside for now, and I'm gonna bring my old iPhone over here. Let me show you something on the old iPhone. The first thing you need to do on the old iPhone is go to the settings app of the iPhone, and then scroll down to general right here. And then we're gonna go all the way down over here to transfer and reset iPhone. Click this. And then you have to press get started here. This is gonna back up your old iPhone onto iCloud, which is just a good backup option to have. It's not the only way to transfer, but you do wanna press get started over here. If you don't see that, by the way, if you just go to the settings app again and press your profile picture right on top, you could also go to iCloud from here. You could go to iCloud backup right over here. And then you could say backup now. But the other option is better, but this is just in case you don't see that pop up on the other page I just showed you. Just go ahead and back it up now. And then this is gonna back up this iPhone right now. My old iPhone is gonna get backed up to iCloud, which may take a little bit of time. So as soon as you're done with the old iPhone doing that, we're gonna go back to our new iPhone. Okay, now if I unlock the new iPhone, and then if I press and unlock the old iPhone, I should get a pop-up that looks like this. On the old iPhone, I have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi turned on, and I'm just gonna unlock it again, press it, you see that pops up. So unlock to continue. Now, on the new iPhone, you get some things hovering right here, which you can't see right now, but you just need to hover with the camera of the old iPhone and scan it. And as soon as you scan it, you're gonna see this page right here, continue on your other phone, which is my old iPhone. I'm gonna set it up for me again. It's asking me for the passcode of my old iPhone. It needs to do that in order to do this transfer. And then this process may take a few minutes here. It's gonna ask me to do a software update if there is one available on the new iPhone. I'll do this later. Continue here. I'm gonna set up Face ID later, but you could do it right now. And then you get to this page where it gives you two options, okay? So this is important. You could download everything from an iCloud backup, which is the first step I did with the old iPhone just to make sure that has an iCloud backup that's recent. This is usually, as long as they're both on Wi-Fi, is faster. So it says 15 minutes for that. But at the bottom one, it says transfer from the iPhone, which will sometimes be even faster. You can see this says 15 minutes, this says 10 to 15 minutes. You could choose whichever one you want. Most of the time I pick this one, But sometimes if I have a brand new backup of iCloud, if I just waited for this backup to complete, I could just choose that one and that will take place over Wi-Fi. This one, the phones just need to be next to each other. So if I choose this one right here, it's gonna go to work. So I recommend you choose that one too. If the timer on it doesn't look like it's really up there, sometimes it could take up to an hour and it locks up both iPhones. Okay, agree. Now it's signing into my Apple ID here. I could go ahead and customize what gets carried over, but in this case, I'm gonna press continue to carry everything over. Turn on location services, yes. It's gonna ask you to add your card. I'm gonna skip for now. It's gonna set up Apple Cash if you have anything with Apple Pay set up. Now the silent mode right here, you have a new action button right here. So if you press and hold it, it's gonna set up silent mode, and that actually could be fully customized, this button right here in the settings. And I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna use it to set silent mode. You have a camera control option over here that you could control, which I covered in a different video. I'll press continue here. Continue to emergency SOS. This just tells you exactly what it is. Now it's gonna show you this page where the actual transfer now is gonna take place. So as long as they're next to each other, I'm gonna just set this one down and I'm gonna let this transfer finish up. I'll let you know exactly how long it took in my case. This phone has about 200 gigabytes of information on my old phone. So the transfer may take much longer than the 15 minutes that he told me it would take, but I'll let this finish up. Okay, once the transfer is done, it took about 15 minutes on this phone here. You should see a page like this. Sometimes it does take longer. Sometimes I've had this transfer take about an hour in my previous phones. But you should see this now on both of your phones. So I'm gonna set my old phone aside. We're done with the old phone. We're not gonna erase it just yet because we wanna make sure everything is set up on the new phone. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock the new phone here. Then most likely you'll have to set up Face ID. This one doesn't transfer, so you could set this up later. And most likely it won't transfer your phone number either. So that's transferring all your photos, messages, apps, and things like that. But now your phone number. So if you wanna do that, you could go ahead and transfer your phone number right here. I'm gonna set this up later too. And this is using something called an eSIM. So you no longer have to remove your SIM card, your physical SIM card anymore. There is no physical SIM cards on new iPhones. And then you should see welcome to your phone. Okay, and as you can see, all the different apps are starting to come over. So some of them are still downloading in the background. So if you unlock your old phone now, this is my old phone, you get this pop-up that says erase this phone, erasing your old phone, so you could give it to someone or sell it. But I never like to do that until I spend a day or two with my new phone, make sure everything is set up, especially if you use an authenticator app, two-factor authentication, things like that. Those don't transfer. So sometimes I like to just keep this phone open, every app I use all the time, make sure everything's good. So I'm gonna say not now, but this is the page that you'll need to come back to erase your phone, which you could get to from settings. And then if you go to general right here, all the way to the bottom, transfer and reset your iPhone, this is where you would go ahead and erase your iPhone if you want to give it to someone else or sell it. But again, I recommend you wait a day or two, make sure your new phone is all good to go. I hope you found this video useful. I'll see you on the next one.